It's the Orktober mashup we didn't know we needed.
Spiky Bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Rob Bear from SpikyBits.com with a little bit of Orktober goodness for you. Now, when this video drops, it may or may not actually be October still. It's hard to say. Everything's crazy out there. But either way, this miniature still is dope, and I'm sure it's still up for sale, hopefully over on Hardcore Miniatures. And speaking of which, they sent us a huge box of these and some of the other miniatures they've been putting out. And, you know, they've been steadily putting things out for like a year or two now. And, you know, we've been keeping an eye on them and such. And they seem to be quite popular. And they've expanded out from offerings and stuff. So it's always good to see kind of companies kind of come up and then kind of branch out and start doing other things. It's a sign of a company doing well and has, you know, kind of their pulse on the hobby. And I think we need more of that in these days, especially with the way prices are going from the company at the top. So here's their website. It's just hardcoreminiatures.com. I think there's a hyphen between hardcore and miniatures. Do a Google search for it. It'll be super easy to find for sure. I just went into the orc category, and there's actually some pretty neat stuff in here, like a orky kind of ghost biker. Maybe that's Ghost Rider. Maybe that's an orc lobo. I don't know. Depends on what you're into. Maybe a Punisher. Like I said, there's a lot of cool orc stuff in here, but there's a whole bunch of other offerings on here. But we're just gonna look at this Orkbuster Megaboss, which, like I said, it's kind of the mashup we didn't know we wanted, but now that we see it, like, dang, that's actually pretty dope. Like, if I played orcs, I would definitely get this for my army. So it's if you haven't kind of visualized it yet, it is the Hulkbuster, like inspired by the Hulkbuster suit of Iron Man armor from the second movie. I don't even know anymore, but it's pretty cool. Like it's a good size. Like it's on a 60 mil base. It looks like it kind of hits all the benchmarks and everything. It's got two different head options, like open head. You can have the kind of the faceplate tilted up, kind of like Iron Man 2, and not different weapon options, but it has, you know, the power claw and the gun, so you could definitely use it for maybe gas or something else out there. Right now, it's at a 40% discount of $28 US, which I feel like I said, I think that's a good value. Like, yeah, you'll have to wait probably a couple weeks to get it. This is going to ship out of Russia. Mail's kind of weird right now, even here in the States. But that being said, you know, all good things are kind of worth the wait. You probably have a little bit of a hobby backlog. I know I do. So, you know, it's not that bad. And I think the shipping's like $9. So there's a ton of other stuff on here too. But let's take a closer look at this guy. I got him over here on the table, and then we'll assemble him up and see how he scales up to some other miniatures out there. So the actual miniature is going to come multi-part in resin, of course, in a baggie, well, in a bubble baggie inside a box. But you know, I got here mostly in one piece, as best I can tell. Now I don't know how many pieces it is. It actually doesn't list on the website, but it's a good number of pieces. And this appears to be a pretty good quality resin as well. Like it's already, I think it's already pre-washed. Now I'm not sure if the folks over there in the Russian Federation get their stuff all sourced from the same place. But I feel like I've seen some of these support type deals before. It might have been from Morton, I forget exactly. But either way, it looks like some of the stuff's being sourced in similar places, which means, you know, the quality is going to be consistent, because this is definitely a good quality here. Now, I don't have the instructions quite yet, but it looks like some of the pieces are going to kind of slot together and things like that. But I mean, this seems pretty good. There's the torso, nice and solid resin. Let's see if we can figure out some of these pieces. Like, is that a smokestack? That goes there. That looks, oh wow, look at that. Tolerances is super good. You got some arms. I can't try those right yet. What is this? This goes on the bottom or something. I can't figure that one out yet. Well, I think maybe all that's left to do is actually assemble it and count up the pieces and see how easy it is to go together, because I am definitely not very hesitant about this kit right here, because it seems to go together. There goes the pack. These seem to be slotting pretty well. So I'm gonna try to figure it out, and we'll be right back. So It turns out that was actually a lot more simpler than I had thought. There was a couple of helpful arrows in there, and everything has a slot that definitely matches up, and it goes together pretty without a hitch, to be honest. It just slots right in. Not a whole lot of gaps or anything like that, to be quite honest. Like, all that's gonna look fine once you get a little paint job on it. The ammo feed right here is, it's a little, it takes a little bit to figure out, but it's easy. There's 360 pictures of everything over on their site, so don't get discouraged if you're like, I don't understand where this goes. Just check out the pictures. It's very easy. Now, the one thing I did notice, and it's all very well detailed too. I mean, everything just looks very crisp. And like I said, I don't even think you have to wash this. I think you could just prime it from here. Although I would probably still wash it just to be on the safe side with a little plastic bristle toothbrush. It's just good for resin to kind of clean as much as you can, because there's oils on your fingers and stuff too, you know. This head, I like this head, the bear head, because it looks very kind of Iron Man-y, you know, with the eye sockets right there. It's like he's got 2 bionic eyes, so you could do some like blue glow right there on the repulsor, and then, you know, the power supply and stuff. And there's pieces in here that you can't even tell are pieces. Like this little piston right here is a piece, and well, the shoulder pads you can definitely tell, but some of the stuff in here is a piece. This was a piece. This was a piece. The feet slot right in. So it's very well done. It's a very well done miniature as far as resin goes. And there's an option too. I didn't glue this down. You can take the helmet and you can slot the helmet in right here and kind of have the open helmet look. But unfortunately, it's too big for, if you have the head on there, like, it doesn't close. So you would have to kind of make that choice whether you wanted the helmet down like that, like Iron Man style, or if you wanted the kind of the in-between, or just the bare head. You know, it's kind of up to you, because obviously Gazgul has a bare head if that's what you're looking to do. I think he kind of looks a little juggernauty too, but it definitely is on par with the Orkbuster armor for Iron Man. But I definitely dig it. I think this is a cool little mini. And if I was playing Orcs, I would definitely include it somehow in my army. If not Gaz, for something else. But it seems like it's on the right size base. You just need a little banner to kind of follow him around, right, at that point. So how does he scale up to some of the other stuff out there? Well, here's your ye old Primaris Marine. So yeah, you could almost even put him in his little Ripper Claw thing. And then we've got Bobby G as well. So Bobby G is kind of, you know, it's about the size it needs to be as far as, you know, sizing and scaling with Warhammer 40K. I don't think you have to worry about that. Unfortunately, I don't have my Gazgul because, you know, those were so limited when they came out. Now, of course, he's a new release as well. But this is definitely worth talking about too. And I think the price point is very, very nice. When you consider something like Gazgul is $70 or $65, I guess, retail. Our guess was 70, so it was a little off there. But, you know, it's really hard to dial in GW, you know, sometimes. But for $28, I feel like if you're an Orc aficionado, you really need to add this guy to your collection. Like, he is super dope and very full of flavor and just kind of neat in general. And he would be super fun to paint because there's all that, you know, all that room to do any sort of glyphs or, you know, just crazy armor and scratch surfaces, and it just looks like a really neat mini. So you don't see a lot of stuff out there like this, and he's got Orky versions of all sorts of stuff over there too. So I can't wait to see what they're going to come out with next. And of course, we have more stuff to show you, but I wanted to bang this one out today just to give you an idea, because it is Orktober, and even though we're a little bit behind here at the studio, that doesn't mean, you know, we can't still stay a little relevant. So hopefully you really enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure you head over to our Hardcore Miniatures, Hardcore Miniatures. Just Google it, you'll find it. Well, you know, Orkbuster Megaboss, $28. Hopefully still by the time you see this video. But before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all our videos.